Happy Wednesday, happy WINS day, because if you woke up this morning, you're already winning. My name is Ardenia, my friends call me Dena, and I'm here with a Dena Tea Recipe. So recently, one of my friends shared that he is kicking the coffee habit. Hey, King Lex. And I mentioned to him, I don't drink coffee, never have, don't like the smell of it. Coffee people don't come for me, I'm just sharing. And I told him I would share my Dena Tea recipe with him, but then I thought, you know what? I'm gonna do him one better. I'm gonna create a video and show him how I make the tea. And then I thought, you know what? I'm gonna share it with you all because you might find it interesting as well. So here we go. So as much as I love a beautiful teacup, and this is Lennox Lowell, I don't use that for my morning tea. I actually use a mug, a much more substantial amount of tea for the morning. And I always use 2 tea bags, and you can use whatever tea you like. But for me, it always starts with a mint medley. I love mint medley. And then my all-time favorite, I love lemon tea because I do love lemon. But recently, my new love is this lemon ginger. Oh, so good. So, but the tea bags, put those aside, those are gonna come last. So first, I start with a 1/4 wedge of lemon. And so the 1/4 wedge of lemon, you can either just squeeze it in there and then just plop the whole thing in, or if you like, you can use a citrus squeezer and squeeze all the juice in there, and then again, still plop that wedge right in the cup with your water. And then next is ginger. And by the way, lemons improve digestion, prevent kidney stones, and support heart health. And then next is ginger. And ginger is great for reducing inflammation, supports healthy blood levels, and is a powerful antioxidant. So I don't measure my ginger. So this is, I use maybe like a finger of ginger peel. I use this grater over my cup. And when you grate it, most of it is not gonna fall in the cup actually. Most of it is gonna collect on the back of your grater. And you can either plop that into your measuring spoon, or you can just scrape it off the back into the cup. I do about a teaspoon to a tablespoon. It really depends on how I feel. If you haven't used a lot of ginger in the past, you may wanna start with a smaller amount of teaspoon and then maybe work your way up. And as we transition to the next thing, just a disclaimer, I'm not a nutritionist, I'm not a doctor, I don't play one on YouTube, the internet, or in real life. This is just what I do for me. So do your own research, do what works for you. So next is cinnamon, and cinnamon reduces the risk of heart disease, fights diabetes, and promotes healthy skin. I'm totally here for the healthy skin. So again, I don't measure. I just, shake some in, and usually it ends up being about a teaspoon or a little bit more of the cinnamon. Next is turmeric. I use about a teaspoon of turmeric, and sometimes I'll measure, sometimes I'll put it in. Now you can get turmeric root. I usually use this organic powdered turmeric, but if you use the turmeric root, I recommend using a glove when you use it because it will stain your hands. And turmeric is great, reduces inflammation, has age-fighting antioxidants, and protects against cognitive decline. So all good. And the next, cayenne pepper. And again, I don't measure, just a couple dashes of cayenne puts a little heat on it for you, and that helps to relieve joint pain, boost metabolism, and reduces inflammation. So you can't go wrong with that. And then finally, if you hadn't guessed it, it is the Bragg's Apple Cider Vinegar. And now this I do measure, and I use a tablespoon. And this can take over the taste of your tea. So, and if you're not used to using apple cider vinegar, make sure you get the one with the mother in it. Maybe start off with a little less and then add it as you go along. And once that's in there, the next thing I do, I will heat my tea up. And then once it's heated up, I usually do microwave. Some people like to do, pot of water and do it. I do microwave. Then I put my 2 tea bags in. I let that steep for a couple of minutes. Now for me, I don't usually add a sweetener, but if you do want to add a sweetener, you can certainly use some raw honey or stevia, or if you have some other preferences, agave. And then I mentioned when we were talking about ginger, if I'm really in a rush, and actually at work, usually I have a tube of ginger paste. It's not, quite as good as your ginger root, but it helps in a pinch. And so I hope you enjoy the Dena tea as much as I do. And as always, I hope something that you heard today was inspirational, motivational, or planted the seed of transformation. And until we meet again, I am and always will be yours truly, Ardenia. Make today amazing.